black people. It's all about the unity. There's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody moving me. Like the king, we make it plain and simple. Bringing knowledge and fire and reality simple. Reality simple. My black people, it's all about the unity. There's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody moving me. Like the king, we make it plain and simple. Bringing knowledge and fire and reality simple.
Welcome to the Reality's Temple on Earth. My name is Jeroen, and I would like to say that Angel Snub 7 isn't a racist at all. He's a good friend, and I owe him a lot of support, and I would like to say that we have one common goal, and that is psychiatry is worst scam on earth, okay? Because they drug people, they drug children, they give people more problems than they already have, and yeah, that's about it for the first video.
Things that make you go, you know, these aren't jokes, these are thoughts, these are things that make you say,
this may seem terrible, but my God, I didn't know you were black.
I'm not really worried about convincing you about what I believe in. My main concern is to find people with the like-minded minds, like Minister, the realist temple, the reality's temple on earth. I can relate with that guy. I can say he's talking sense because he has intelligence. And he doesn't come up with rubbish, he comes up with well-thought conversations. He's thought about this, he's still thinking about it, right now as we speak about it. And after that he'll be thinking about it, because he's a thinker. He's not just a doer taking information and repeating it. He's a thinker. He's been intrigued, his mind's been intrigued by reality, by things on earth that have woken him up. So enough respect to him. One of the greatest minds on YouTube who ain't got no establishment. I don't think. I don't know what he has or what he does, but the greatest minds sometimes don't have much, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't have much. I barely just got this in my head and a few things, no responsibilities though. So it's just about communicating this video. It's tricky, it's tricky. The minds of others have been living a way which is backwards or wrong from they could walk. And they got good at being backwards and wrong and believing that backwards and wrongness. So when you talk about rightfulness and forwardness, they think it is nonsense because they've never worked on those lines. So yeah, that came out alright. Usually it depends with communicating. It's a battle, so either you win and you do it well and it comes out perfect, or it's like you're just clashing with swords and you're not really getting what's in your head out to the world to understand. But where's that drink? Big up to the ministry, the minister, whatever his name is, Angel Nut 7. Yeah, I really enjoyed your videos, man. They're a bit long though.
things that make you go, you know, these aren't jokes, these are thoughts, these are things that make you say,
this may seem terrible, but my God, I didn't know you were black.
I do want to say something right now. There is a YouTuber who has really got in my heart. and that is Angel Snub Nub 7. He reminds me a lot of my father. My father died last year of a heart attack, and Angel Snub Nub 7 straightened me out. There have been times I had made a couple of videos really attacking Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton because I didn't like that we only seem to see them when a nationwide case occurs or when celebrities are in trouble. And I didn't like that. But Angel Snuff Snuff 7 made a video recently speaking about how we need to band with black leaders. I don't care if they're not doing everything perfect. I don't care that we don't like certain things they do. They're the only support we have. Nobody else is stepping up and willing to be on the front lines like they are. And Angel Snuff Snuff 7 was correct. And I want to thank him for that because he may not have been directed towards me, but he may have been. But I heard what he said, and I want to thank you for that, teacher. I appreciate that. We have to band with people. Even though I do critique and I do make comments about what's going on with the black gender war, I don't hate black men. Like I just mentioned, Angel Snuff Snuff 7 has gotten my heart. He's like my teacher, a mentor to me. I love him. And there are others that I love as well that I do listen to, and I do. Last Man Standing is another one. You know, he don't comment much, but I know he's watching. And there are others that I admire them, and those are the ones you can work with. Those are the ones that you could, we can unify with.
Things that make you go, you know, these aren't jokes, these are thoughts, these are things that make you say,
This may seem terrible, but my God, I didn't know you were black.
My brother Angel Snubnub 7 at the Realities Temple. And to give props to him, because I listened to all of Angel Snubnub 7's videos, I think that he comes from a different angle. And there's a powerful message in a lot of the videos that he put out, and I try to catch all of them. I look at him as a free thinker and a person that's willing to challenge those of which he don't agree with or which he may think differently from, and I really respect him for that. He's challenged KNBS, and he has also challenged the black supremacy movement as well. And I have nothing against that because that which cannot be challenged cannot stand and will not stand and will not survive the test of time. How many challenges we can withstand will determine how long we will be able to stand.
things that make you go, you know, these aren't jokes, these are thoughts, these are things that make you say,
This may seem terrible, but my God, I didn't know you were black.
I'm Ibn'rad 69, student and minister of action for the Realities Temple on Earth. And I'm making this particular video about the Realities Temple and how it changed my views and some of my concepts about life. But first I want to say that I want to thank Angel Snuff Nub 7 for being there for me, administering to me over YouTube and in person, over the phone. The brother believed in me to make these videos. He gave me the opportunity. He gave me the free will to make these videos that I make in association with the Realities Temple on Earth. I want to say that if I would have had a brother like this in my life 10, 15 years ago, I probably wouldn't have took the path that I took. But that was my experience. This good brother's a good role model for us. You know, he don't drink. He never smoked. He never used drugs. He's not a habitual criminal or any form of criminal. He knows what it's like to be locked down and in prison for something he didn't do. He knows what suffering is all about. And that's what drew my attention to him in his videos. When people make these videos, first of all, you got to realize that it takes a lot of courage to put your image out there for the world to see. I mean, your image is available for the world. You don't do videos in no fakes. You don't use certain objects to focus your camera on, but just straight out give it out the way you got it. face, voice, everything. So many times when we make videos, you know, you got certain people who like to focus on the surrounding things in our videos instead of focusing on what we have to say. And I think as long as we keep those things in place, we can weave out the people who really want to hear what we got to say, as opposed to those who just here for ulterior motives. They're not here to hear the message. The Reality Temple on Earth is a positive example of what can be done if a person really believes in changing this world. I mean, the Reality Temple doesn't have a religious base concept, which would only limit us to being free to express ourselves in various different ways and topics. And that's another thing that attracted me to the Reality Temple on Earth. Sometimes our religion can stop us from accepting things and absorbing things. And that right there in itself, to me, is it hinders us sometimes. Now, I'm not going to say I'm against religion, because all religions are good. They have their good points. We need to try to be a part of something that's for the benefit of all people. In our case, particularly black people. Now, many times when we do these videos, certain things are not always perfect. Sometimes we don't always get the message across exactly the way we want to get it across. Sometimes we might pause, stutter, or we might say the wrong thing. But don't focus on that. Focus on the message we're trying to get across. You can view into these videos, and you can get a lot of information that can help you along in your life. Don't knock something before you try to get a better chance of understanding what it's all about. They say experience is the best teacher. And that may be the case some of the time, not all the time. A man who has an arm cut off knows what it's like to have his arm cut off. But in order for you to want to experience it yourself, you got to get your arm cut off, and I'm quite sure you don't want to do that. So experience is not the best teacher. Why don't you try to learn and listen from other people who've been there instead of always trying to find out things on your own? Because that can be a habit that could put you in places and in situations you really don't want to be in. Try to take heed some of the advice that these brothers giving us on YouTube. I think it'll help us in our life. And I think it can.
My black people, it's all about the unity. There's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody moving me. Like the king, we make it plain and simple. Bringing knowledge and fire at reality simple. Reality simple. My black people, it's all about the unity. There's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody moving me. Like the king, we make it plain and simple. Bringing knowledge and fire at reality simple.